Hello, everybody. It is Tom, and I've just woken up from a nap. It's literally 100 degrees outside, so let's make a video. Yay. So today, we are going to take a slight departure, obviously, because up until now, we've been doing Heartstopper reaction videos, and we've finished Season 1, so there's nowhere to go but towards Season 2 when it finally appears. So today, we're going to visit my queer bookshelf behind me and talk about one of the books on there. I've enjoyed pretty much all the books that sit on my queer bookshelf because if I don't enjoy them, they go to the other bookshelf, the bookshelf of shame, on the very bottom row, the very bottom shelf, and they sit there in shame until I donate them to a thrift store. So, these are all good books, all books that I like. So today we're going to talk about one book, surprisingly, of three in the same kind of niche genre, which is queer romance in a boy band. So the name of this book is If This Gets Out, a novel. Wow, can I hold it without blocking the text? By Sophie Gonzales and Cale Dietrich. So, yes. Now the others in the boy band genre, one of them is actually by Alice Oseman, which I have right here, which is I Was Born for This. Also very good, but very different in tone than If This Gets Out. The other one just came out recently and is called Kiss and Tell. And that one also was good, but I think of the three, If This Gets Out is definitely my favorite. So today we're going to talk a little bit about that book, why I liked it, why you might like it, especially if you're a fan of Heartstopper, because, I mean, it's not the same, obviously, but, you know, it's a nice, basically wholesome queer romance, so hey, why not? So the premise of this book is that you have 4 teenage boys in a boy band, and 2 of them fall in love. Ooh, wow. But, yeah, I think, so it's written by 2 quite well-known authors, Sophie Gonzales and Cale Dietrich, and they switch off on chapters. So the whole book is written in first person, but each chapter switches off between the 2 characters. So the 2 characters are Ruben and Zach. Okay. And, yeah, basically, like, when it starts off, so Ruben has known he was gay, for a really long time. But because he's in the boy band, the management don't want him to come out because, they want to preserve this, like, boy band image and all this crap. And, like, they want to continue, like, doing concerts and selling CDs in Russia and China and stuff like that as well. And, like, they don't want anyone to know. So, like, the official line is that, so everyone else in the band thinks that Ruben has decided not to come out, and Ruben is the only one who has this, like, he knows that basically the management company is what is preventing him from coming out. So, okay. So then there's Zach, who believes himself to be straight, but can't help noticing that he's feeling some feelings for Mr. Ruben. So, now another good thing, so one of the things I really like about this book is that, like, the 4 main guys, let's see if I can remember their names. It's been a while since I read the book last time, but there's Ruben and Zach, and then Angel, and then John, right? Let's see. John? This is going to be a chaotic video, I can tell already. John, yes, I was correct. I was right. Anyway, so all the characters have really well-defined personalities. And I think one of the things that the book does really well is showing kind of the dark side of being in a boy band and not really being able to, have any control over your own image or, like, who you project to the world. So, like, basically, each of them has their own role that the management company wants them to show. So, like, Ruben, who is a classically trained singer and could, like, do all these amazing things with his voice, has been cast as sort of the plain one. So like he gets all these boring solos and like he's just supposed to look like non-threatening. So like they dress him in like certain things. He can never be flamboyant or like sexy or anything. He's just, yeah. And then you have John, who is actually the son of the head of the management company. And he's been cast as like the sexy one. So like even though he's kind of shy and like doesn't like to show off his body or be sexy, like his dad is always making him wear like these sexy things and like go and that's an imitation of sexy in case you didn't recognize it. Yeah, so obviously that's awkward as hell. And then Angel is supposed to be the innocent one. But he's actually the wild one who wants to be sexy and like has kind of a drug problem, which becomes a major plot point. And we'll get into that later. But like, yeah. So and then Zach has been cast as like the bad boy, but he's not that at all. But like they won't let him cut his hair. Like he has to have his hair long and like kind of grungy and like wear these leather jackets, and like he doesn't mind it, but it's not really him. So essentially you have all the boys who have been cast into their roles and are not supposed to deviate from them. Okay, so then Ruben and Zach start to fall in love. And now this is not the kind of book where like the end game is them realizing their feelings. They realize their feelings fairly early on in the book, which is great. And like once they do, now there's all sorts of like, oh no, does he like me? Oh no, he doesn't like me. Oh, we're mad at each other now, but no, we're not, but it's fine. So like the band goes on their European tour. That's most of this takes place while they're on the European tour. And Zach and Ruben end up realizing that they're in love and they get together, and so they decide, at first they try to keep it a secret, but then eventually one of the security guys seems to be getting wise to the fact that, oh, they keep spending the night in each other's rooms at the hotel. What could be happening there? So they do end up coming clean with the management guy, whose name I can't remember, but he's John's dad and he's an asshole. And so, like, this guy is all smooth and slick, and he's like, oh, how great for you. That's wonderful. And then, like, Zach basically says that he's not sure he's ready to come out with this information publicly yet. And this slick guy is like, oh, yes, of course. We wouldn't want you to come out before you're ready. Like, and Ruben's just there like, they're never going to let us come out. This is not going to happen. It's never going to happen. But Zach's just like a puppy, like, oh, they took it so well. Yeah. So anyway, so I won't spoil it, but essentially, like, we get to see a lot of really good stuff with like, guess who's here? It's our favorite scene stealer. Hi. Hello. Yes. Hi. Can I help you? Do you have something to add? I just turned off the light. Okay, anyway. So, all right. So we get to see a lot of really good meow, yeah. We see a lot of great character development, good relationship development. There's some wonderful, complex relationships between parents and children, like Ruben and his mom. Like, his mom is really interesting and awful, but mostly interesting. I don't know. But like, and then Zach and his mom are super close, kind of like Nick and his mom in Heartstopper, but she's kind of thrown for a loop by the fact that, he's basically, they tell each other everything. So when she finds out that he's kind of known for a while that he's, I want to say he's bi. I think he's bi. But he's known for a while that he's not straight. She feels kind of betrayed by him a little bit. So it's interesting that we have that aspect of it. And then there's also Angel kind of going off the rails from the pressure of being in this boy band and not being able to be himself, and kind of like turning to drugs and alcohol and stuff to sort of fill the void. And like, it's very good. So like, overall, like, I love a book that gives us strong relationships and strong characters, and this definitely does that. And and it leads up to a really excellent satisfying sort of conclusion. So I definitely recommend this book, obviously, because I am talking about it. No, don't go on the desk. Do not go on the desk. Yeah, but I definitely recommend it. Obviously, you can buy it on Amazon. I bought the ebook first, and then I liked it so much that I wanted to give it. Don't lick my leg! This is sabotage. I liked it so much that I wanted a copy of it on my bookshelf too. So anyway, I better finish this video now before Darla, like, I don't know what, before she just completely hijacks the whole thing. She's already done that. She see, this is why summer is so dangerous around here, because if I have skin, like bare skin, she will lick it. Like any bare skin she finds, if it is my knee, under the table, if it is my arm just innocently resting over here, licked. Immediately licked. So like imagine that you're sitting in your desk playing a horror game, sitting in your desk. You're sitting at your desk playing a horror game. The ghost is coming toward you and something cold and wet licks your knee. Like nobody needs that. Anyway, yes. So in conclusion, I recommend if this gets out, if you like now it's not as light and fluffy as Heartstopper. It deals with a lot of darker issues and some serious stuff happens, but overall I think it's a pretty positive, uplifting sort of read. It has some great messages, some interesting things about, as I said, parent-child relationships, and also it's just fun to kind of get a glimpse into that boy band world. Like I was never someone who was really into boy bands, even as a kid or a teen. Like I was more like into Star Wars and being a dork. So, but a proud dork. Yeah, but it's interesting to get a glimpse into that world, and it feels very authentic. I don't know if if the authors did any kind of research about this beforehand, but it feels very authentic. So, well, I had better go make dinner. Yeah, yes. All right, thank you very much for watching this video. And if you have read this book, let me know your thoughts, but don't put any spoilers in the comments since, the whole idea here is to encourage people to read it if they haven't. And if you have any type of video that you would like to see me make in the future, you can always drop a comment and I will consider doing that. All right, well, I hope everyone is having a good day, and if you are in the Chicago area or anywhere else where it is literally 100 degrees, I hope you're staying cool. Finger guns. Okay. All right, bye.